Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to psysigns, where we decode behavior and help you build emotional clarity. Today, we're diving into a phrase you've probably heard 1,000 times: nice guys finish last. But why does it seem like the guys who treat women well often get overlooked, while the distant or mysterious ones get all the attention? Stick around because we're unpacking 10 surprising reasons behind this. And at the end, I'll give you the truth about how real love actually works. 1. Being nice isn't the same as being attractive. Here's the thing: kindness is beautiful, but attraction runs on more than politeness. Have you ever been around someone who's so nice, but you just don't feel that spark? It's because chemistry needs playfulness, passion, and confidence. Nice without those other layers feels safe, but not magnetic. 2. Niceness without boundaries feels weak. There's a huge difference between kindness and people-pleasing. A guy who never says no, who always sacrifices his needs just to keep someone happy, ends up being taken for granted. Boundaries actually make kindness more powerful because it shows you respect yourself too. 3. They hide their real intentions. Some nice guys are only nice because they're hoping it will lead to something more. And women can sense that. It feels less like genuine kindness and more like a hidden contract. If I treat you well, you owe me love. But love doesn't work like that. When you're hiding what you really want, trust starts to fade. 4. Playing it too safe. Let's be real. Attraction needs risk. The risk of saying how you feel, the risk of leaning in, the risk of showing interest. Nice guys often hold back because they don't want to offend, or they're terrified of rejection. But by playing it safe, they also stay invisible. Sometimes the bold guy wins not because he's better, but because he actually tried. 5. Mistaking approval for connection. A lot of nice behavior is about chasing approval, wanting to be liked, wanting to be seen as good enough. But approval fades quickly. Connection comes from vulnerability, from being real. Have you ever noticed that the people who aren't trying so hard for approval often end up being the ones everyone wants to be around? That's the difference. 6. They avoid healthy conflict. Conflict doesn't have to mean drama, it means honesty. But nice guys often avoid saying what's really on their mind to keep the peace. The problem? Avoidance kills intimacy. A woman would rather argue with a man who's passionate and real than sit in silence with someone who's agreeable but emotionally absent. 7. Lack of masculine polarity. Attraction thrives on polarity, the push and pull of differences. When a guy hides his natural drive, his edge, or his leadership just to appear safe, the energy feels flat. Polarity doesn't mean dominance. It means showing up fully as yourself, with strength and softness. Without that balance, attraction fizzles. 8. They don't create emotional excitement. Have you ever heard someone say, "He's nice, but I just don't feel anything"? That's what happens when there's no excitement. Nice guys often avoid flirting, mystery, or playfulness because they think it's risky. But butterflies are born from unpredictability, from being caught off guard in the best way. Safe can feel stable, but it rarely feels unforgettable. 9. They put her on a pedestal. This is a big one. When a guy acts like she's a goddess and he's lucky just to be noticed, it creates imbalance. Sure, admiration is sweet, but too much makes the relationship unequal. Real attraction happens when both people see each other as valuable, not when one is worshipped and the other shrinks. 10. They confuse short-term dating with long-term love. Here's the truth: nice guys don't actually finish last. They just lose in a culture that chases instant thrills over steady love. In the short game, the edgy or mysterious guys may seem more exciting. But in the long run, the men who are kind and confident, who can love without losing themselves, those are the guys who build real relationships that last. So, do nice guys really finish last? Maybe in the short game. But in the long run, the ones who balance kindness with confidence, playfulness, and boundaries, those are the guys who actually finish first. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this list? Have you seen it play out in your own life? And don't forget to subscribe, because here at psysigns, we're building emotional clarity one truth at a time. See you in the next one.